Hi, Linda Dede from Linda Dede's Life Coaching and Counseling. And today we're going to talk about trauma and resilience. Now, resilience is your ability to come back from a traumatic event and still be okay, still be able to function, still have good self-esteem, still be able to operate in the world socially, emotionally, spiritually. So it's your ability to bounce back basically from things. And I know a lot of folks from trauma have PTSD and C-PTSD, and they feel like they're damaged goods. They feel like, well, I'm not resilient because I dissociate, I get triggered, I get emotional more than most people, and all of the things that come with post-traumatic stress disorder, complex post-traumatic stress disorder population that hasn't gone through some of these traumas. So let me give you some examples. A child who suffers repeated traumatic events in their childhood learns to cope in ways that we as adults would not even think to go to, like disassociation. Children naturally go to that. Another one children naturally go to is pleasing others, making other people around you happy so that bad things don't happen to you. Other things they do is they use things in their environment. They're very versatile. They use food. They may use a hobby. They may use art. They can use all kinds of things that we would think, wow, that's actually pretty smart if you think about it, because it's not really hurting them too badly and it's keeping them from mentally breaking down. So children are very, very resilient, but some of the techniques we learn and implement as children that we keep in adulthood are what make us feel like we really don't have resilience. So if you've gone through, let's say, years of trauma in childhood and you dissociate in adulthood, you think, well, I can't be resilient if I do that. No, just the opposite. You've learned how to get your mind someplace else so that you don't have a mental breakdown. If you people please and have trouble saying no and trying to make everybody around you happy, you can think, well, that's a weakness because I can't stand up for myself. I can't say no. But really, it's a strategic way to get things around you to be safe and not have conflict. And even though it would not be the healthiest or the best thing to use as an adult. So what we have to do is we have to take those initial things that we learn to do as children and swap them out for other coping mechanisms. Swap them out for things like muscle relaxation, imagery, journaling, talking to others, processing your pain, getting to the root of your triggers, which is something you could never do in childhood, but now that you know as an adult you get triggered in certain areas, you can dig into that root and pull it up and not be so impacted the next time it happens in your life. So if you really think about the true meaning of resilience and children that have suffered abuse, they are the marquee of resilience. And if you are an adult who suffered childhood abuse and are still using the negative coping mechanisms that you learned in childhood, it doesn't mean you're not resilient. It simply means you need to swap out those coping mechanisms for healthier ones. And it's really easy to do. It doesn't take a ton of time. Some of them may be more difficult to get out of your system than others. Things like emotional eating, if you've been doing that since you were a kid, that may be tougher. Things like having insomnia, to have healthier coping mechanisms as an adult. So if you need help with this or anything else, please TikTok, message me on Messenger. I will respond. And know that just because you may carry some of your childhood coping mechanisms into adulthood does not mean you're not resilient. You're actually probably extremely resilient. You just don't realize it. You just need a little bit of tweaking. Okay? We'll see you next time. God bless.